All right. Welcome to episode number 2 for Just Another Weird Day.
We have a guest.
We have our guest star, Saphira.
Hi.
Do a little interview with Saphira. See how you doing. Picking on you. Okay.
Yay.
Yep.
So brave. So
Good.
Malachi was going to go first, but Saphira jumped in instead because, well, he's playing with his brother. So.
Sure. Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
I'll start off. I want to ask one question.
Okay.
What did we find outside of our house today?
Let's
Yeah. What'd you do?
jump in it and make snow angels
Yeah.
and snowball fights.
Yeah,
Super
actually, it was
fun.
kind of funny. I was up earlier this morning, and Sapphire and Malachi went outside to go play in the snow. And Sapphire immediately came in pretty grumpy because Malachi had thrown a snowball in her face without announcing that they were having a snowball fight. He just kind of didn't. But she recovered and she was fine, and she went back out and they had right.
It's a really different life for you than I had. I had sisters and we didn't really have snow. So
Right.
she's a brave girl.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What did I want to ask? Um, well, because it's a new year, I was thinking about just what are some things that you loved about last year and share about it.
Probably um all the random pets that we had and
Although we've had a lot of pets and we've given them away. Some have died.
Yeah.
But yes.
and probably riding Vespas with my friends.
Oh yeah.
Which friend is that?
Tinley.
Tenley. Shout out to Tenley and Green Oak Ranch. Yes. Spire had electric scooter, um, two electric scooters, one that she shared with her friend, and she would ride around the neighborhood at Green Oak Ranch just this last year. Crazy. And under new ownership now.
I still have one.
That's true. You left one with her, so probably should have left both of them with her, so you could always ride. Ah.
Yeah.
Oh well. Maybe I'll just drive it back when we go. I don't know. I take the truck. I could. That'd be fun.
It's possible.
We'll see. That would be a summer trip, but yeah.
That was last year. So what are you looking forward to this year, or even just in general the future?
Probably having more pets
More pets.
and
More animals.
I don't know, find a church that we actually stick to for a long time.
That's true.
That would be good.
I've been jumping around a bunch, huh?
Is there one that you want to stick to so far? Or you want to keep visiting?
I mean, there is the one that we did in California.
The Lutheran church?
Hmm,
I like that one.
Yeah, we liked that one a lot.
Yeah, we haven't found a Lutheran church out here that's of similar, I don't know, style, if you will. But we're still looking.
Yep. Well, that's good.
mhm.
It's really good. What do you think, Dad? Go ahead.
Um, well, have you learned anything new lately that you'd like to share about?
Cats sleep for a really long time,
How long?
12 to 18 hours,
Yeah.
and when they get older, they sleep even more.
That
Wow.
is a lot. Really great pets to have for cuddling
Yeah.
and keeping mice away.
So Luna is one of our cats. What did
Mm-hmm.
Luna find the other day? Or
Mouse.
yeah. What was she doing with
He
it?
was playing with it like it was the ping pong ball she plays with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
She
they're,
like rolls over it and stuff.
yeah. Wait. Explain that a little bit more.
She
The
like
ping pong ball
so
is a great
she
cat toy,
plays with the ping
like a
pong ball the
mouse.
same way she plays with the mouse. She'll lay on it and flop on it and face it, throw it.
Unfortunately, we witnessed her catch a mouse and play with it.
That was probably the happiest I've ever seen her. So we let her play with it for a while. There wasn't like blood and guts or anything. It was just dead. But then I picked it up and threw it away, and she kind of just went crazy trying to find it again.
Yeah.
Because she thought it ran away from her or something. So then that was the saddest she's ever been because she lost her mouse that she just got.
Ping pong ball did help though. She just kept making it move every time she tried to catch it. That's hilarious. Well, I think that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Something you've learned lately. Oh yeah, that's a lot of things about Luna. Um oh, that's funny. One of the other questions was about church. What's something that you especially like about when you're going to church? Like when you look forward to about
Um,
church?
either meeting new people if we're going to a new church, but if we're not going to a new church, then seeing people I already know there and seeing what the pastor says and what he thinks about what he says.
I like that. Yeah, there are a couple other churches that we're hoping to visit, so we'll have to keep you guys posted how that goes. I know we've had good experiences at the churches we visited, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I guess we have to get Dad to want to commit too. I'm like ready to just jump right in, and he's like, "No, slow down," which I understand because
I think you were thankful that put the brakes on the very first church that we wanted to jump into.
I guess
Depends on the day.
it does depend on the day. Oh, your turn, Dad.
You have any positive words for your family or friends? Positive as in like encouraging or what encouraging means?
Yes.
Okay.
That Anna Rose gets the pet she wants and that she can have. Um,
And
Anna
what's that?
Rose is her cousin who
and
lives here.
that Tinley is able to still ride her Vespa around the new place she lives.
Oh,
Those are prayer requests and encouraging words. Her hopes for her friends. I like it. The last thing I wanted to double check on is making sure you know how much we love you. Do you know that we love you so
Yes.
much?
you know,
Yes.
little lady.
I'm sure we could ask you so many more questions, but it's fun to just have a record of hanging out together. So,
Cool.
you have any questions for us?
No.
You want to interview us at all?
No.
She knows everything about us already. No, just kidding. All right. Well, thanks, sis.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
I'm gonna wave to your fans. Dad and I are gonna keep talking a little bit more, so you can watch over there. Or, I mean, you could stay here if you want. Do you want to just listen?
No.
No. All right. Well, thanks, girly.
Thank you.
Oh, brave girl. She's got her own little YouTube channel we need to shout out too. She and Dad have been
Oh yeah.
starting to record Minecraft playing. So, anyway, we'll get that going. I'm like layered up so much right now.
Yeah. It's still cold in this house. We're trying to keep it warm, but
I want to show you the snow, but it's just like straight out there. So, I have
it
to
was
look.
like 5 inches of snow. That was a lot of snow in one day.
And it's snowing right now.
Yeah.
Like
Supposed to have
it's,
another 5 inches tonight.
yeah, which
Wow.
we've never had this much snow outside our house ever.
Yeah. We had two in Oregon for like
Mhm.
2 days, and then that was it.
Mhm. Exciting.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about playing music. Maybe we'll put music on the background.
Sure.
Maybe we already did. I don't know.
Well, yeah, the song you wanted to play was Meant to Live, right?
I mean, it was our song, but also I kind of wanted something new and inspiring.
Okay.
But we take inspiration from different kinds of music, so I don't know how we're going to agree on this. I think we should wait,
You
maybe.
can just share.
No, I want to agree.
fine.
If it's
It's not
not,
like I don't. It's not like I disagree with it.
he puts up with my hip hop and my R&B and my rap and pop, all of those. I don't think he really likes that much, but
Yeah, but she puts up with my rock, and we've been to a lot of rock concerts.
yeah, I just actually like a lot of different types of music though.
And I don't.
He's a little more stick.
I'm a very simple guy. At least I like to think so.
Yes, you are. I don't actually ever worry about if you're quietly fuming about something. You're usually humming something happy.
I do. Most of the time.
It's nice. Um, so so yeah, we'll have to get back to the music thing. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. Well, there we go.
Um,
We should. How about that note about Saturday, the new bed?
yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
go ahead.
I was gonna say we will get back to the delayed gratification,
Yeah.
which hey, maybe that goes with the music. Delayed gratification, guys. Um, so yeah, we can. I don't know if we should. We'll go into a couple other weird day stories, I guess, and then
So story time. Saturday is a very strange day. Just another weird day, right? So I was planning on going to work that day. And so I woke up Saturday morning because I was going to work on Saturday because Monday, which is today, going to snow a bunch.
yes,
I can shift
he's gonna
schedules around.
just add
So
more.
I wake up, I go to the hardware store to pick up some more supplies for the job I'm working on.
That was just the beginning.
And that was a weird interaction because the guy argued with me that the order was not there when I talked to someone the night before. Anyway, ended up getting the stuff, but it took a lot longer than I wanted it to. And so I got all that done, and then it was like 10 or 10:30 before I even was going to the client's house to work on it. And about that time, she texts me with a picture of a bed frame and says, "Hey, you want to go pick this up? Like Cinnamon or something."
Do you want to get an $18 bed frame?
$18 bed frame.
Like 4 giant posts, all wood. Look
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. And I was like, cool, that looks good. And I was like, how about I just do it now before I spread out all my tools and I'm working all day and I don't want to leave my tools outside.
Yeah, it was only like
And it was
9:30.
only like 15 minutes away. So I'm like, yeah, it'll be quick. I'll bet $18. I'll go pick it up, come home, drop it off. I'll set it up tonight,
Can't
right?
let this guy go shopping anywhere. Not even
I
Facebook
wasn't even trying
Market.
to shop. It was
Well,
just
seriously.
so like great. So I got some cash. I went over to the guy's house. A really nice guy. I think he was a Jamaican guy. And so I see the bed frame. So I pick up the bed frame, and it's great. It looks fine. It looks, but like as I'm doing that, he's like, "Hey, I got a Christmas tree. You want a Christmas tree?" I'm like, no, I don't really need a Christmas tree, but we have thought about getting a bigger one. So
Our house
I'll
is
think about
like
it.
5.
And then I see a piano, and I ask him about a piano. It's an electric piano, and I know my wife loves playing piano, and we like to have one around for our kids to play around with. And we just didn't have an electric piano since we moved. And so I asked him about it, and he offered me a price. And then it was sitting on a table that the table was nice. Like, well, how about they come together? So
It's in
anyway,
our schoolroom now. Yay.
so yeah, we got it. So
It was a good but super weird
I'm
day.
loading up this stuff, and then these three young 20-year-old people come, and they came with like a new set of box strap, or not box straps for like strapping down stuff on your back of your truck. They're like, hey, we got the straps. We can get the couch now. And the
Little
guy who I was buying from was like, oh, if you need help, just go talk to Jeremy because he's a handyman. He can help you out. Because they had like a VW Jetta or something, some small car, and they wanted to bring a couch.
couch.
I'm like, sure, it's possible. Let's figure it out. So I go outside and I help them strap this thing down to the roof of their car. A couch upside down so that it wouldn't scratch it. And I'm like teaching them how to strap it down, and it was just this hilarious. What am I even doing right now? So I get that done. I come back inside, and then he just keeps offering more. He's just bringing out stuff. He's like, "Hey, $10 for that, $5 for that," and I said no to most of it, and even some like cookware that was still dirty from them using it. It wasn't in a bad shape. It was still dirty. I'm like, I'll pass.
We're
I'm good.
good. Thank you so
So anyway,
much.
that takes like 2 hours to load it all up and get it
It take
home.
forever. I was like,
Yeah,
oh
it
my
took
gosh, it's
forever.
like after
So I was helping
lunchtime.
him out, and then I'm done loading my truck, about to leave, and he walks out and he's like, "Hey, can you help me load some stuff into my car?" Sure. So
Good Samaritan over
yes.
here.
So I get home and it's like 12:30 or 1 or something like that, and I'm like, I got 3 hours of daylight. I don't even think I'm gonna go to the job today because it's by the time I set up and no.
Win-win for me. I'm like, I get my husband, I get a new bed frame, plus a piano.
Yeah, and the bed frame, that's
Even helped.
the story is
It's a great
yeah.
day.
So we bring it home. We have the Christmas tree,
Oh
we
yeah.
have the piano, we have the table. It's great. I got it for super cheap. Not sad about that. But then the last thing that I put together is our bed frame that is missing the side rails to put the frame together. So literally, all I have is a headboard and the footboard, and that's it. There's
There were
nothing
some
connecting
other
this. There was
pieces.
some other
And he
pieces,
didn't
but
even go and he didn't realize it
it
was
wasn't
just a
part of that
bummer.
bed
It was,
frame.
yeah.
I'm like, okay,
God provides.
great. So she comes behind me as I'm figuring this out, and just like, what am I doing? Like, oh, you're gonna build me a bed frame today? That was not on my cards to play today, but
Yeah,
here I
but
am. So, playing musical beds in our house, we found a bed frame and a box spring, and we put it all together, and I put some bolts in it, and it actually looks pretty decent, if I have to say so.
we had a metal bed frame that
Yeah,
didn't have like a footboard or a headboard. So it was perfect. He just had the right bolts
just
because
made it
he's
happen.
starting to collect all the things
Yeah,
for handyman. Yeah, that was a weird day.
that was a very strange day. So,
Yeah,
there you go.
it was good, but
Yeah, good.
I feel like a lot of our days have been like that in 2024. So there's a little bit of like
Yeah,
angst to have that be happening in 2025. I,
yeah.
I want it to be different, I think. And yet, Christine, my cousin, was kind of laughing because, yeah, she's like, don't you want to keep having adventures? I mean, yeah, basically, I think we're addicted to just having crazy things happen all the time. That's why we have another Weird Day podcast
Yeah.
because we just expect that to happen.
I guess some preference on that name. Why did we pick just another weird day? Because we would go to bed, so we'd lie in bed, and we would just remember what happened today. We'd be like, wow, just another weird day.
It's been a few years of doing that
Yes.
where we're just like, I feel like we could start a podcast from all the stories of weird days that we've had.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll get to share more of those, I guess. If you like hearing about weird days, maybe you just need someone to commiserate with the weird days you have too. You can even share your stories. I mean, I think everyone should start a podcast called Another Weird Day. That's why we need people to come share their stories on here. I guess we should ask Saphira, what's the weirdest day you ever had?
Sure.
Maybe we'll ask Malachi. What's the weirdest day you've ever had? It is funny how our memories work a lot more in moments than like a day. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's why it's fun when you get to go places for a whole day. It kind of captures that memory as a whole day rather than a moment. But
Sure.
anyway, we've made you wait for our delayed gratification conversation. Say that 10 times fast. Actually, I have quite a few verses mentioned in here, but
Yeah.
um, yeah. What are
You
your thoughts?
want to go through what you're down or no?
Yeah, I mean, you can talk about what I wrote down. Oh, we talked together a little bit about this, but
No. Um,
yeah.
for me, I mean, the first thing comes to mind is keto. I'm trying to go back on keto again, mainly for my blood pressure because
Sugar
my whole family
free.
has it. So, yeah, sugar free, carb free, or I should say, no more than 50 grams a day for myself is what I'm aiming for because it really helps feel better. Blood pressure's good, lose weight, great. But it is delayed gratification as far as those don't come immediately. um, it takes some time. I mean, it takes like 10 days for your body to even enter ketosis. And so if you break keto on any of those 10 days leading up to it, it won't, your body kind of resets itself. My layman's understanding.
You still are like a few days out from entering ketosis.
Yeah. And I definitely noticed a difference. My body, like, I get a lot colder.
Yeah, that's weird.
Is here. I'm usually I don't wear like just a built-in heater. But on ketosis, I can definitely tell because I get cold really fast. I'm not sure exactly what the reasons why those are, but
I
yeah,
think your blood thins out, right? I mean,
yeah. That's just my own layman's trying to work out what is actually going on.
less
If
traffic
if I'm not
in your
eating
blood.
carbs and my body is not absorbing as much water or holding as much water on ketosis as I do with carbs, then theoretically my blood is probably thinner because I don't have as much water or fluids in my blood. That's just my own trying to understand it. Don't take my word for it. I am not a doctor. I don't have a degree in nutrition, but I can tell you that when I'm on ketosis, I get cold. Um, and so, I mean, that's the first thing that comes to mind for me as far as delayed gratification. I don't know.
Yeah, I think um I was definitely struck. I thought it was really funny how many of my gratifications are not delayed because we have such an instant society. So that kind of just reminded me to pause and be more grateful for what I already have. Um, but also made me think too how that dichotomy of instant gratification can also rob us of uh, like full hormone release because there's so much hormone release that happens when we are delayed in getting what we're anticipating, you know? So I thought that was just, it is interesting to ponder on one idea for a week. So yeah, those are a couple of things that came to mind. Um, and also this verse had come to mind from Proverbs 13:12. It says, unrelenting disappointment leaves you heartsick, but a sudden good break can turn life around. Okay, that's the message version. But there's also the modern English version says, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but when the desire comes, it is a tree of life. So that just makes me think of like that that delayed gratification. So as you're waiting and then the desire comes, there's like a tree of life that comes out of that anticipation fulfilled. Which I mean, I kind of talked about that a little bit, that idea at the last podcast. So just when we have that promise, God's promises, then yeah, we have something good to look forward to and they will be fulfilled. So
Yeah. I'm trying to recall. There's a quote that's something like um, sort of giving in to the immediate, but the more you put off or the more you have delayed gratification, the less you're hurting yourself in the future. So, just for my simplest mind of keto, if I go have a chocolate chip cookie now, that's gonna hurt me because 10 days from now I'm still it'll reset my timer for another 10 days. Um, but if I continue to put off my immediate desires that are not beneficial to myself
you
in the future, then my future will be so much better than enjoying that moment
mm,
of that satisfaction of the instant gratification. So the more you put off the instant gratification, the more you will enjoy
the delayed.
the delayed gratification in the future.
Yeah.
That came out right.
Yeah. I think
So
you build up an endurance, um, even an enjoyment in waiting.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
see the value of
Yeah.
waiting
See the value, but it makes it
when
easier to wait the more you wait.
the more that you have practice with. Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing that did come to my mind too this week was just how we practiced that in our dating relationship
Oh yeah.
after knowing each other for 7 years before we got married.
Mm.
Um, I don't recommend having to wait that long, but
No.
it definitely pushed us to.
But to be fair, you were 14 and I was 16 when we met.
Right.
We didn't actually date for 7 years. We dated for
Right.
3.
We only dated for
Well,
3,
we
which
knew
was
each
also a
other
long time.
for
Yeah, we know each other for a long time. We grew up together, so
everybody knew.
ev- but you don't know until you
So
make the
she put the
jump
ring on the
and
finger,
have the commitment. Yeah. I had been burned in junior high, so I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see if you wait for me.
Oh, I waited.
You did. And now it's been many, many years. So,
Right?
yeah. Any other thoughts on that? Delayed
Yeah, I think it's good.
gratification?
I have an object.
Oh, yes. We didn't do an object.
Nope. I have it right
Oh,
here.
do I have to guess?
Oh yeah, we're doing guessing game. That's right. We'll do 10. 10.
10 guesses.
It's in this hat.
Oh, he hit it.
What do you think?
Oh, great. Um,
Small.
it is small. I don't even have to ask that. Oh dear. Why do I do this to myself? I just oh, wow.
Reminded me, so it's great. Go for it.
So is it hard?
Yes.
Okay. Can you open it?
No.
Can you eat it?
No.
Okay. Do you just look at it like last week?
Um, you can play with it. What's that?
Is it a toy?
Yes.
Is it one of the kids' toys?
No.
Is it a 3D print?
No.
Okay. Um, have we bought it here since we've been in West Virginia?
No.
Okay, so if we had it, it's Oregon,
No.
California?
Yes. All right, that was 10.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
It's okay. I just
Have to ask
if you
a
want
lot
to
of
keep going,
questions.
keep going. That's good. So the object this
Silly
week
ones.
is my Gundam.
Is this to show delayed gratification?
No, this is actually a memory associated with this because I made this while we were living in our white toy hauler on our great adventure for 3 months crossing the America. Crossing
22.
the America.
Summer 22.
Summer 22 is when I built this, and so that's why
I didn't know that.
yeah, I built this in the toy hauler.
Summer 22 was crazy.
Yeah, but these are awesome. It's just a snap together model and takes like 2 or 3 hours, but for an engineer mind, it's really fun. So, but really, it's the memories that
He
I
was
thought you
going
would.
crazy that summer.
Yeah. So why this saved me?
That
Because we were 3 months on the road and I
a
had
20-foot
almost
trailer.
no tools other than stuff to fix, a flat tire, the trailer stuff. I don't know. There wasn't much tools or building going on in my life at that moment because I was on the road. So I got to build toys. And that was great for 15, $20 from Hobby Lobby. I made 1 or 2 of these. And Saphira made some stuff too. So anyway, yeah, just another weird day. Talking about that.
Yeah.
That was like a weird 3 months.
I was having such a good time. He had not caught up to the
No,
good time yet.
I think I had a good time on the trip overall, but mentally I was like,
Stressing out. Well, we
was-
still had our business boss play back
but we
home.
had just left our partnership with a different
Yeah.
escape
Well, it'd been
room.
a year. It'd been a year.
Yeah, we just left.
But it felt like we just left it. Yeah.
It was hard.
That was hard.
And then our neighbors had just moved, so we moved out of our so what
That's
actually
a
happened?
lot of stories.
There's a story. We don't have to go into all the deals. Maybe another day we'll go into that. But we'll just start with our neighbor got a 30-day notice. Like literally next door. We got to know them really well. we're pretty good friends. They have 3 girls. We have 3 kids. They hang out a lot, and they got a 30-day notice, and we're like, "Hey, we should give it 30 days."
There's
Because we
still
were
so much more to that story. No, we were laying in bed like that day. I'm sure it was that
the
day.
day before.
No, I think it was a Saturday, maybe. Well, it was the same weekend anyway. The day before, the day of, laying in the bed, and everything was peaceful. We had made our backyard nice. Everything was just chill. Everything was great. And we just like looked at each other and we're like, I think we're supposed to move, aren't we? Both of us. We both were just
Yeah.
like, why do we feel like we have to move?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Because we had to come here, obviously. We're still figuring out why. But people have been very kind to us.
So what did we do? Put in a 30-day notice.
We did. We put in a 30
And
day
we
notice.
s- sold everything we owned that did not fit in the back of a toy hauler, except for like some heirlooms I think we left to my parents.
Well, the reason why you even brought in our neighbors, though, that was a big deal because I was like, if if God just can give us a sign that we
Mhm.
really are supposed to, like today, that would be. I'm sure it was the same day.
Yeah.
And both of our neighbors walked over, like teary eyed. They're like, I can't believe this. We love living here, but we have to leave in 30 days. And I was like, that's the sign. I think we're supposed to go with you. We're gonna help you move, and we're gonna move too.
Yeah, and then we moved on the same exact day.
That was a little ridiculous,
That was a lot. I guess I was moving them more
but it
than
was
half the
good.
day,
But it no,
and
yeah.
then tried to move ourselves. And
I think I put you through a lot sometimes.
that was a lot. Well, our
He
neighbors were
agrees to go through a lot with me.
I say no more now than I
Yeah.
used to. Maybe
Hmm.
still not enough, but we ended up with a new bed frame, so that's good.
I feel like I have a real bed frame.
That wasn't real before. Right.
We had a real bed frame at the Roja house too. I feel like
Yeah.
we didn't have like full bed frames for a while though. I don't know why.
Because
Just
we
we had
lived in the trailer.
toddlers.
Maybe that's why.
Well, in Oregon, we could have when we had a house.
Yeah. Yeah, it was better on the floor though, because babies.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We had toddlers. We had our toddler
That's true.
beds on either side, and we're very close knit parents.
Yeah.
But also, we want them to be independent. It's confusing to try and do both. I know.
True.
If you need someone to relate to, if you're even a parent, I don't know if you're watching this, if you're a parent, but anyway, okay. So, thank you for sharing your item.
Yep. Let's see. I think we were
There's a
going to draw
lot of
from the hat and then.
there's a lot of stories
Yeah.
after that.
So,
Okay.
draw from the hat.
Thank
Another
you.
idea that we can talk about in depth next week. Oh no. What? I've already talked about this too much.
Yeah.
Blood pressure, dad, and keto. Okay, we
We
bring
could try and bring
covered
your
that.
dad on for an interview next week. That would be fun.
Good.
That would be fun.
We should probably bring it to him.
We should bring it to him.
Uh,
But he could come here.
okay. Okay. You can try.
I could even have it just you and your dad, maybe.
Maybe.
Because
Yeah, my dad.
I don't know.
Talking about just another weird day. Every once in a while, when we talk to my dad, we're like, "Hey, I don't know."
We talked
Something
about
will
this
come
last
up, and
episode.
did we talk about that?
Yeah, we
Oh,
literally did.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you guys know already.
Yeah.
He has a bunch of crazy stories.
Yeah, but we should have him on. I think that would be
Okay.
good. Because his birthday is actually tomorrow.
That's true.
Happy early birthday, Grandpa Jerry. He'll be 70.
Yep.
So maybe we should just, yeah, we could just bring this over to him tomorrow. Or if they come here. We don't have a really good plan because of the snow. So we need
Yeah,
to figure
so
that
it's
out.
gonna throw everything off.
We still need to figure that out.
Cool.
We're really good at still figuring things out every single day. That's why we have weird days. We have a lot of open margin for figuring things out.
Yep.
Well, also that is one of your strengths is problem solving. So that's why I bring you lots of problems to solve. Why he married me. Yep. So That's not really a thought, though. I think that should be an inspirational note. But yeah,
I don't know.
he said dad on there, and then keto, blood pressure. We talked about that. So, ownership versus a lack of investment, commitment, the pros and cons. We've touched on this with church stuff, but maybe even a little parenting. But ownership. Should we
Yeah.
talk about that next week?
Yeah. What were you thinking when you wrote this down?
All the things that I just said. I don't know.
No, that.
Yeah. We're trying to
Yeah,
teach that in our
lack.
parenting.
Oh,
Um,
so owning your decisions.
it's hard to own your decisions
Yeah.
when you feel like they're thrown on you, like the Saturday situation. You're like, I'm just getting a bed frame. Just kidding. Now I'm the professional handyman at this sales site from Facebook Market.
Which I may end up doing work for him. So who knows?
He did
It's
ask
kind of
for
funny.
work at his house.
Yeah.
This is why you take opportunities. But that's the thing that's hard about ownership is like, yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe you just take opportunities. How you live with ownership in your life. But you also just have to own your responses too.
Yeah.
I have to work on because sometimes you don't have control over all the things that are happening, but you have ownership over your responses. And that's what makes you remember you have a little bit of control. You can own how you respond, which, yeah, I guess that's a good segue into
Yeah.
our verse to end. I want to start ending with the verse, just an encouraging thought to leave you guys with. So, this is actually from visiting my cousin's church in Mount Airy, Maryland. Christ Church. I think that's what it's called. The pastor had read 2 Corinthians 3:17 through 18. If my phone work. Now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. And we all, with unveiled face, beholding the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image from one degree of glory to another. For this comes from the Lord, who is the Spirit. And yeah, so I really appreciated that verse and his emphasis on what we behold will often be what we are transformed into. And so it's important for us to behold who Jesus is rightly. We can be transformed rightly into his image. So don't fall asleep over there.
Listen.
My sermon is done.
It's good.
Yep.
Well,
How about you? Any other thoughts?
no.
Peace out. We did it.
Yeah.
Episode 2.
All right. Thanks, guys.